Our thoughts shape our reality in ways we often underestimate. The way we think, the beliefs we hold, and the perspectives we adopt dictate the course of our lives, shaping not only our emotions but also our actions and the results we achieve. A positive mental attitude is not merely about thinking happy thoughts. It is about conditioning the mind to expect and attract success, opportunities, and solutions rather than failure, limitations, and problems. The mind is the most powerful tool available to us. It operates as a magnet, drawing toward us the things we focus on most. If we constantly dwell on negative possibilities, difficulties, and reasons why something cannot be done, we unknowingly program our subconscious to manifest those very circumstances. On the other hand, when we train our minds to see possibilities, to focus on solutions rather than obstacles, and to believe in our ability to overcome challenges, we create the conditions necessary for success. Throughout history, great leaders, inventors, and visionaries have demonstrated the power of thought in shaping reality. They were not necessarily born into privilege or equipped with extraordinary resources. What set them apart was their ability to see beyond present circumstances and hold firm to their vision even when faced with setbacks. Their unwavering belief in success fueled their persistence, and eventually the world conformed to their vision. This is not coincidence. It is a universal principle that has been proven time and time again. Consider a person who wakes up every morning dreading the day ahead, expecting problems at work, assuming that people will treat them unfairly, and believing that nothing good ever happens to them. Their attitude affects their body language, the way they speak, and the energy they emit. Because they anticipate negativity, they unconsciously act in ways that invite it. They are less likely to take initiative, to smile, or to engage positively with others. Their expectation of a bad day becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, imagine another person who begins each day with a sense of gratitude and expectation that good things will come their way. They believe that every challenge carries a hidden benefit, and they approach their work, relationships, and goals with enthusiasm and confidence. This person is more likely to take proactive steps towards success, more likely to notice opportunities, and more likely to attract the cooperation and support of others. Their positive mindset creates an upward spiral of success and happiness. This concept is not based on mere wishful thinking. It is grounded in psychology and neuroscience. The brain operates through neural pathways, and the thoughts we repeatedly entertain strengthen these pathways. If we consistently think negatively, we reinforce neural patterns that make negativity our default response. But when we make a conscious effort to think positively, we begin to rewire our brains, making optimism and resilience our natural tendencies. This is why successful people often credit their achievements to their mindset. They have trained their minds to see possibilities where others see obstacles. They do not waste time dwelling on why something cannot be done. Instead, they focus on how it can be done. Their belief in their own potential fuels their actions, and their actions, in turn, bring about the results they desire. Moreover, a positive mental attitude does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties do not exist. It means choosing to see beyond problems and focusing on solutions. It means acknowledging setbacks but refusing to let them define the future. It means understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, but a stepping stone toward it. Many people allow their circumstances to dictate their mindset, but the truth is, our mindset has the power to transform our circumstances. There are countless examples of individuals who started with nothing yet rose to great heights simply because they refused to let their current conditions determine their future. They understood that their thoughts were the seeds from which their reality would grow. When we cultivate a positive mental attitude, we develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks with greater strength. Life is full of uncertainties, and everyone encounters difficulties at some point. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck lies in their response. A person with a positive mental attitude sees adversity as temporary and uses it as fuel to push forward, while a person with a negative outlook sees it as confirmation that they are doomed to fail. The power of thought extends beyond individual success. It also influences relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate confidence, optimism, and positivity. When we carry ourselves with a positive mental attitude, we inspire and uplift those around us. Our energy influences the way others perceive us and how they interact with us. Friendships, partnerships, and business opportunities are often the result of the energy we put into the world. A positive mental attitude also enhances our ability to recognize and seize opportunities. Many people miss out on life-changing possibilities simply because they do not believe they exist. They walk through life with blinders on, focusing on problems and ignoring doors that are opening right in front of them. But those who maintain a mindset of possibility are always alert to new avenues for growth, and they act on them with confidence. Changing our thoughts to change our reality requires consistent effort. It is not enough to think positively once in a while. We must make it a daily practice. This can be achieved through simple yet powerful habits such as starting the day with gratitude, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, affirming our goals, and refusing to dwell on negativity. One of the most effective ways to develop a positive mental attitude is to be mindful of the words we speak, both to ourselves and to others. Words have immense power. They shape our self-image and our expectations. When we constantly tell ourselves that we are capable, strong, and deserving of success, we reinforce those beliefs. But when we engage in self-doubt and negative self-talk, we weaken our potential. It is also essential to guard against the influence of negativity from external sources. The company we keep, the media we consume, and the conversations we engage in all affect our mindset. If we surround ourselves with pessimistic individuals who constantly complain and dwell on limitations, it becomes difficult to maintain a positive outlook. But when we associate with people who encourage and uplift us, we find it easier to sustain an attitude of possibility and hope. Another key factor in shaping our reality through thought is visualization. The most successful individuals practice seeing their goals as already achieved. They create a clear mental picture of what they want and immerse themselves in that vision until it feels real. This practice conditions the mind to expect success, making it more likely to take the necessary actions to bring it into reality. Ultimately, the way we think is a choice. While we cannot always control external events, we can control how we interpret and respond to them. We can choose to see difficulties as barriers, or we can choose to see them as stepping stones. We can choose to dwell on limitations, or we can focus on possibilities. The choice we make determines the reality we create. In every moment, we are shaping our future through our thoughts. Every decision, every reaction, every belief is a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives. If we want a masterpiece, we must be intentional about the images we create in our minds. So, the question is, what kind of reality are you creating for yourself? Are you allowing doubts, fears, and limitations to dictate your path? Or are you choosing to think in ways that empower, uplift, and propel you forward? The power lies within you, and it begins with a single decision: to adopt a positive mental attitude and let it shape your destiny. Every challenge in life holds an opportunity, though it may not always be immediately visible. When we face difficulties, setbacks, and obstacles, it is natural to feel discouraged, frustrated, or even defeated. However, those who achieve great success and fulfillment understand that within every problem lies a hidden benefit. The way we perceive challenges determines whether we grow stronger and move forward or remain stuck and overwhelmed. Life is filled with unpredictable circumstances. No matter how carefully we plan, unexpected events can throw us off course. A failed business venture, a job loss, financial difficulties, personal setbacks, or health issues can all feel like devastating blows. Many people see these hardships as permanent barriers that limit their potential. They dwell on what went wrong, focusing on the pain and disappointment. They allow failure to define them, convincing themselves that they are incapable of success. This mindset keeps them trapped, unable to see beyond their struggles. On the other hand, there are individuals who, when faced with adversity, refuse to be broken by it. Instead of dwelling on the problem, they ask themselves, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger? Where is the opportunity hidden within this situation? This shift in thinking allows them to extract value from even the most difficult experiences. They recognize that setbacks are not permanent, and that within every hardship there is a chance to grow, improve, and find a new path forward. History is filled with examples of people who turned their greatest challenges into stepping stones for success. Many of the world's most influential leaders, inventors, and entrepreneurs faced overwhelming obstacles before achieving greatness. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the ability to reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of seeing failure as the end, they see it as a necessary step toward improvement. Consider a struggling entrepreneur whose business collapses. At first, they might feel devastated, believing that their dream has been shattered. However, if they analyze what went wrong, they can gain valuable insights about their industry, their mistakes, and how to do better in the future. This experience equips them with knowledge they would never have gained without the challenge. If they choose to start again with a new approach, they now have a stronger foundation for success. What seemed like a failure was actually an opportunity for growth. This principle applies to every aspect of life. A rejected job application, a failed relationship, or an unexpected health issue can all be viewed as opportunities rather than defeats. A rejection might push someone to improve their skills, seek a better opportunity, or discover a career path they never considered. A failed relationship might teach valuable lessons about personal growth, communication, and self-respect, leading to a stronger, healthier connection in the future. A health setback might serve as a wake-up call to prioritize well-being and make lifestyle changes that lead to a longer, healthier life. The key to unlocking opportunities within challenges is perspective. Two people can face the same problem but respond in completely different ways. One person may become consumed by frustration, believing that life is unfair and that they are destined to struggle. Another person may take a step back, analyze the situation objectively, and ask, what can I do differently? How can I use this situation to my advantage? Their attitude shapes their reality, and as a result, they often find solutions and breakthroughs that others miss. When we develop the habit of looking for opportunities within challenges, we cultivate resilience, the ability to recover quickly from difficulties. Resilient people do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves or dwelling on what they cannot change. Instead, they focus on what they can control and take action accordingly. They understand that setbacks are not personal attacks, but natural parts of the journey to success. Instead of fearing obstacles, they welcome them as tests that will make them stronger. Opportunities often come disguised as difficulties, and it takes a trained mind to recognize them. Many people resist change because it feels uncomfortable. However, change is often the very thing that creates new possibilities. When a familiar path is blocked, it forces us to explore new directions we might never have considered. Some of the greatest innovations, businesses, and personal transformations have come from individuals who were pushed out of their comfort zones by unexpected challenges. One of the most powerful ways to turn challenges into opportunities is by shifting our questions. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? What is the next step I can take? This simple shift in thinking transforms problems into opportunities for self-improvement and success. Another important aspect of embracing challenges is maintaining a long-term perspective. When we are in the middle of a difficult situation, it can be hard to see the bigger picture. However, many of the struggles we face today will make sense in the future. Looking back, we often realize that what seemed like a disaster at the time was actually a necessary step towards something better. Trusting that every challenge carries a hidden opportunity allows us to face difficulties with courage and optimism. Great achievers in any field share one common trait. They do not run from challenges, they embrace them. They see obstacles as opportunities to test their limits, refine their skills, and prove their determination. They understand that without difficulties, there would be no growth. Without struggle, there would be no strength. Without adversity, there would be no success. Some of the most valuable lessons in life come from experiences that at first seem like failures. These lessons cannot be learned from books or theories. They must be lived and experienced firsthand. Every challenge teaches something valuable, whether it is patience, resilience, creativity, or the importance of persistence. Those who understand this truth do not fear failure. They welcome it as part of the learning process. It is also important to recognize that opportunities are not always obvious. Sometimes they require us to dig deeper, to think creatively, and to step outside of our usual ways of thinking. What seems like a setback may actually be a redirection towards something better. The key is to remain open to new possibilities and trust that every difficulty has the potential to lead to something greater. In practical terms, developing the habit of seeing opportunities in challenges requires conscious effort. One effective strategy is to keep a journal where you reflect on difficulties and actively search for the hidden benefits within them. Writing down insights, lessons learned, and potential actions helps train the mind to focus on growth rather than defeat. Another powerful technique is surrounding yourself with people who have a positive and resilient mindset. The attitudes of those around us influence our own thinking. Being in the company of individuals who see challenges as opportunities inspires us to do the same. Their perspectives and experiences serve as reminders that difficulties are not roadblocks, but stepping stones. The way we handle challenges not only shapes our success, but also influences the people around us. When we demonstrate resilience and optimism, we inspire others to do the same. Our ability to navigate difficulties with a positive attitude creates a ripple effect, influencing family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. At the core of this principle is the understanding that life is not about avoiding challenges, but learning how to overcome them. The most successful people are not those who never face difficulties, but those who refuse to be defeated by them. They recognize that every challenge carries within it the seeds of opportunity, waiting to be uncovered by those with the vision and determination to find them. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity in disguise. Whether you choose to see it that way is entirely up to you. If you develop the habit of looking for the hidden benefits in every difficulty, you will not only overcome obstacles, but turn them into powerful catalysts for growth and success. Instead of fearing challenges, embrace them. Instead of resisting change, welcome it, because within every challenge lies an opportunity that has the potential to change your life for the better. Success starts in the mind long before it materializes in reality. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, and every moment of triumph begins with a single thought. The mind is where all success is first built, and the way we think determines what we ultimately accomplish. Those who believe in their ability to succeed are far more likely to take the necessary steps to make it happen, while those who doubt themselves or dwell on failure often struggle to move forward. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who fall short is not talent, luck, or resources. It is mindset. The human mind is incredibly powerful, shaping the way we see ourselves and the world around us. If we approach life with the belief that success is possible, that we are capable, and that obstacles are only temporary, we create the conditions necessary to achieve our goals. Conversely, if we allow doubt, fear, and negativity to dominate our thoughts, we build mental barriers that prevent us from reaching our full potential. The mind is like fertile soil. Whatever we plant in it will grow. If we consistently feed it with empowering beliefs and positive expectations, it will produce confidence, resilience, and success. But if we plant seeds of self-doubt, fear, and limitation, those thoughts will take root and shape our reality accordingly. Many people underestimate the role of mindset in determining success. They assume that external factors such as luck, connections, or background play the most significant role. While these factors can influence outcomes, they are secondary to the power of thought. A person with a strong, success-oriented mindset can rise above any disadvantage, while someone with a negative, self-defeating attitude can fail even with the best opportunities. Success does not begin with external circumstances. It begins with a decision in the mind to pursue a goal, no matter the obstacles. Throughout history, the most successful individuals have been those who maintained a vision in their minds long before it became reality. They saw possibilities where others saw limitations. They believed in themselves, even when no one else did, and they refused to give up, even in the face of failure. Their unwavering belief in their success fueled their persistence and determination, leading them to achieve what many thought was impossible. Consider the story of inventors, entrepreneurs, and pioneers who transformed the world. They faced rejection, criticism, and countless failures, but they never let those setbacks define them. Instead, they held on to their vision, knowing that success was inevitable as long as they continued to believe and take action. Their minds were programmed for success, and because of that, they persevered when others would have quit. Their stories serve as powerful reminders that the mind is the starting point of every achievement. One of the key aspects of success-oriented thinking is visualization. The most accomplished individuals practice seeing their goals as already achieved. They create a clear mental picture of the future they desire, immersing themselves in that vision until it feels real. This process conditions the mind to expect success, making it more likely to take the necessary actions to bring that vision to life. When the mind believes something is possible, it works tirelessly to make it happen. Successful athletes, for example, use visualization to enhance their performance. Before competing, they mentally rehearse every move, seeing themselves executing perfect plays, crossing the finish line first, or scoring the winning goal. This mental training prepares their bodies to perform at their best because the mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By conditioning themselves for victory in their minds, they increase their chances of achieving it in reality. The same principle applies to business, career advancement, personal growth, and any other area of life. When individuals consistently visualize their success, they train their subconscious mind to align their actions with that vision. Their decisions, habits, and efforts become guided by the belief that their goals are attainable. They develop the confidence needed to take risks, seize opportunities, and persist through challenges, knowing that success is not a matter of if, but when. However, the mind is not naturally programmed for success. It must be trained. Many people struggle with limiting beliefs that were instilled in them from an early age. They may have been told that they were not smart enough, talented enough, or capable enough to achieve greatness. These false beliefs take root in the subconscious, shaping their actions and keeping them stuck in mediocrity. Breaking free from these mental chains requires conscious effort. It demands a commitment to reprogramming the mind with empowering thoughts, replacing doubt with belief and fear with confidence. One of the most effective ways to shift the mind towards success is through affirmations, positive statements that reinforce self-belief. When individuals repeatedly affirm their capabilities, strengths, and potential, they begin to reshape their self-image. They develop an inner voice that supports rather than discourages them. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," they train themselves to think, "I have everything it takes to succeed." Over time, these affirmations become deeply ingrained in the subconscious, influencing actions and decisions in ways that lead to achievement. Another crucial factor in developing a success mindset is managing the information we consume. The mind absorbs everything it is exposed to, shaping our beliefs and expectations. If we surround ourselves with negativity, constant complaints, discouraging news, and pessimistic people, it becomes difficult to maintain a success-oriented outlook. But when we immerse ourselves in stories of perseverance, motivational teachings, and positive influences, we naturally adopt a mindset that supports growth and achievement. The environment we create for ourselves plays a significant role in shaping our thoughts. Those who want to cultivate a success mindset should be intentional about the people they associate with, the books they read, the conversations they engage in, and the content they consume. Every influence either strengthens or weakens our belief in our ability to succeed. Choosing the right influences can mean the difference between a life of mediocrity and a life of extraordinary achievement. Another essential aspect of success thinking is resilience, the ability to bounce back from failure without losing confidence. Every great success story includes moments of failure, rejection, and struggle. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up lies in their response to these challenges. A person with a weak mindset sees failure as a sign to quit, while a person with a strong mindset sees it as a lesson to learn from. They understand that setbacks are not the end, but part of the journey towards success. Resilient individuals do not allow temporary obstacles to shake their belief in their ultimate goal. They acknowledge difficulties, adapt, and keep moving forward. They recognize that every failure carries valuable lessons that bring them one step closer to success. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, they focus on what can be improved. Their unwavering mindset keeps them moving forward, no matter how many times they fall. Success starts in the mind, but it does not end there. A strong belief in one's potential must be followed by consistent action. Thinking positively is important, but without effort, determination, and persistence, success remains a dream. Those who achieve greatness do not rely solely on positive thinking. They combine it with bold action, continuous learning, and relentless pursuit of their goals. Ultimately, success is a mindset before it is a reality. Those who think in terms of possibilities, solutions, and opportunities create a mental environment where success is inevitable. They understand that their thoughts shape their actions and their actions shape their results. By training the mind to expect success, visualizing their goals, surrounding themselves with positive influences, and developing resilience, they position themselves for extraordinary achievements. Success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone who masters their thoughts and believes in their potential. The mind is the most powerful tool we have, and when we harness its potential, we unlock doors that once seemed impossible to open. Every great achievement begins with a single belief. the belief that success is possible. And once that belief takes root, there is no limit to what can be accomplished. The world is full of people who dream of success but never achieve it. They have great ideas, big ambitions, and a strong desire to improve their lives, yet they remain stuck in the same place year after year. What separates those who succeed from those who do not? The answer lies in action. Taking bold and consistent action is the key to turning dreams into reality. No amount of thinking, planning, or hoping can replace the power of action. Success belongs to those who move forward, take risks, and refuse to remain stagnant. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start. They believe they need more knowledge, more resources, or better circumstances before taking action. They convince themselves that they will begin when the conditions are just right. However, this moment never comes. There will always be reasons to delay, obstacles to overcome, and uncertainties to face. Those who succeed understand that waiting for perfection is an illusion. Instead of delaying, they take action with what they have, trusting that they will learn and improve along the way. Action builds momentum. The first step is always the hardest because it requires moving beyond fear and hesitation. But once that initial step is taken, each subsequent action becomes easier. Progress fuels motivation, and as small achievements accumulate, confidence grows. A person who takes daily action toward their goals, even if those actions are small, will always outperform someone who spends years thinking about what they want to do but never begins. The most successful people in history are not those who had the best ideas, but those who took action despite challenges and uncertainties. They did not have perfect plans or guaranteed outcomes, yet they moved forward anyway. They understood that action creates clarity. Many people hesitate because they fear making mistakes, but mistakes are an essential part of learning and improvement. Those who achieve greatness are willing to fail, adjust, and keep going. They do not let temporary setbacks stop them. Instead, they use them as stepping stones to success. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to taking action. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment. These fears keep people stuck. However, the only way to overcome fear is through action. Fear loses its power when it is confronted. A person who takes action despite fear becomes stronger, more resilient, and more confident. Each time they face a challenge, they prove to themselves that they are capable of handling difficulties. Over time, fear is replaced with courage. Another common reason people fail to take action is self-doubt. They question whether they are good enough, smart enough, or talented enough to succeed. They compare themselves to others who seem more accomplished and convince themselves that they are not ready. However, every successful person started somewhere. No one begins as an expert. The only way to develop skill and mastery is through practice and experience, both of which require action. A person who takes consistent action, even with uncertainty, will grow and improve far more than someone who waits until they feel fully prepared. Procrastination is another major barrier to success. People often put off important tasks because they feel overwhelming or difficult. They distract themselves with minor activities, convincing themselves that they are being productive when in reality they are avoiding what truly matters. The problem with procrastination is that it creates unnecessary stress and delays progress. The solution is to develop the habit of taking immediate action. Successful people do not wait until they feel motivated. They start, knowing that motivation follows action. The simple act of beginning a task often creates the energy needed to continue. Taking action also requires a willingness to step outside of comfort zones. Growth and success are not found in familiarity and routine. They exist in the unknown, in the challenges that push people beyond their limits. Many people stay where they are because it feels safe. They fear the discomfort of change and the possibility of failure. However, comfort is the enemy of progress. Those who succeed embrace discomfort, knowing that it is a sign of growth. They push themselves to try new things, take on bigger challenges, and expand their abilities. Consistency is another critical factor in taking action. A single burst of effort is not enough to create lasting success. True achievement comes from sustained effort over time. Many people start strong but give up when they do not see immediate results. They become discouraged, believing that their actions are not making a difference. However, real success is built through daily habits and persistent effort. The most successful individuals are those who continue working toward their goals even when progress is slow and challenges arise. They trust the process and understand that results come to those who stay committed. One of the most effective ways to ensure consistent action is by setting clear and specific goals. A vague goal, such as "I want to be successful," does not provide direction. Clear goals, on the other hand, create a roadmap for action. A person who sets specific goals, such as "I will write 1 chapter of my book each week," or "I will make 5 business calls every day," knows exactly what actions to take. Goals provide focus and eliminate uncertainty, making it easier to stay on track. Another powerful tool for taking action is accountability. When people hold themselves accountable, they are more likely to follow through on their commitment. This can be done by tracking progress, setting deadlines, or sharing goals with others. Having a mentor, coach, or accountability partner can also be highly effective. When someone knows they will be checked on, they are more likely to stay committed. Accountability creates a sense of responsibility and ensures that actions are taken consistently. Taking action also involves making decisions quickly and confidently. Many people get stuck in analysis paralysis, overthinking every decision and fearing they will make the wrong choice. While careful planning is important, excessive hesitation prevents progress. Successful people trust their judgment, make decisions, and adjust as needed. They understand that no decision is perfect, but taking action is always better than doing nothing. When a decision turns out to be wrong, they learn from it, adapt, and move forward. It is also important to understand that action does not mean working non-stop without rest. Taking consistent action includes knowing when to pause, reflect, and recharge. Success requires a balance between effort and recovery. Overworking can lead to burnout, reducing effectiveness and motivation. The key is to take smart, purposeful action, working hard while also maintaining mental and physical well-being. Another critical aspect of taking action is embracing failure as part of the journey. Many people fear failure so much that they avoid taking risks altogether. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary step toward it. Every failure provides valuable lessons that contribute to growth and improvement. The most successful people in the world have failed many times, but they did not let failure stop them. They used it as feedback, learned from their mistakes, and continued moving forward. Taking bold and consistent action also involves developing a mindset of persistence. Many goals take time to achieve, and there will be moments when progress feels slow or setbacks occur. Those who persist despite difficulties are the ones who ultimately succeed. They refuse to let temporary challenges define their future. They remain focused on their vision, knowing that as long as they keep taking action, success is inevitable. Finally, taking action is the ultimate form of self-belief. It is easy to say, "I want success," but true belief is demonstrated through action. Those who truly believe in their abilities do not hesitate. They take steps toward their goals every single day. They trust that their efforts will pay off, and they prove their belief through their consistent work. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality, and those who cross it are the ones who achieve greatness. Success is not about having perfect conditions, unlimited resources, or flawless plans. It is about taking action despite uncertainty, fear, and obstacles. Those who wait for the perfect moment will always be waiting. But those who take action, bold, decisive, and consistent action, are the ones who turn their dreams into reality. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings them closer to success. In the end, the difference between those who succeed and those who do not is simple. Those who succeed take action. Faith and persistence are the twin forces that drive success. Without them, even the most talented and intelligent individuals can fall short of their potential. Faith is the belief that success is possible, even when there is no immediate evidence to support it. It is the inner certainty that what one is working toward will eventually become reality. Persistence, on the other hand, is the unwavering commitment to keep going despite obstacles, setbacks, and failures. Together, faith and persistence create an unstoppable force that allows individuals to overcome adversity and achieve extraordinary results. Faith is the foundation of all great achievements. Every successful person has faced moments of doubt, but what sets them apart is their ability to maintain faith in themselves and their vision. This faith is not blind optimism. It is a deep, unshakable belief that success is inevitable for those who refuse to quit. When people have faith in their abilities, they approach challenges with confidence. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, they see them as opportunities to grow and improve. Many people give up on their dreams because they lack faith. They allow temporary setbacks to convince them that success is not meant for them. They doubt their abilities, question their potential, and eventually abandon their goals. However, Those who succeed understand that failure is not a signal to stop. It is simply part of the journey. They maintain faith in their vision even when circumstances seem unfavorable. They understand that success is often just beyond the point where most people give up. One of the most important aspects of faith is the ability to see beyond current circumstances. Many people become discouraged when they do not see immediate results. They assume that if success is not happening quickly, it must not be possible. However, success is rarely instantaneous. It requires time, effort, and patience. Those who have faith understand that progress is happening even when it is not visible. They trust that every effort they make is moving them closer to their goal. Faith also provides the mental and emotional strength needed to keep going in difficult times. There will always be moments of hardship, moments when everything seems to be going wrong, when discouragement sets in, and when quitting seems like the easiest option. But faith allows people to push through these difficult moments. It reminds them that setbacks are temporary and that success is still within reach. It gives them the resilience to stand firm when everything seems uncertain. Persistence is the natural companion of faith. While faith provides the belief that success is possible, persistence is the action that turns that belief into reality. Persistence means continuing to work toward a goal even when faced with difficulties. It is the refusal to accept failure as the final outcome. Those who persist do not allow temporary defeats to define their future. They adjust their approach, learn from mistakes, and keep moving forward. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is that it happens easily or quickly. In reality, every great success story is built on persistence. The most accomplished individuals in history did not achieve greatness overnight. They faced failures, rejections, and countless obstacles. What set them apart was their ability to persist despite these difficulties. They refused to give up, no matter how many times they failed. Consider the stories of inventors, entrepreneurs, and leaders who changed the world. Many of them faced years of failure before achieving success. They encountered rejection after rejection, yet they did not let those setbacks stop them. They kept refining their ideas, improving their skills, and trying new approaches. Their persistence eventually paid off, proving that those who keep going are the ones who ultimately succeed. Persistence is especially important in moments of failure. Many people see failure as a reason to quit, but successful individuals see it as a lesson. Every failure provides valuable feedback. It reveals what does not work and points the way toward improvement. Those who persist understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary step toward it. They use each failure as a learning experience, adjusting their approach and continuing to move forward. Another key aspect of persistence is consistency. It is not enough to work hard for a short period and then stop. Success requires continuous effort over time. Many people start strong but lose motivation when they do not see immediate results. They become discouraged and abandon their goals. However, those who persist understand that progress is often invisible in the early stages. They trust the process and remain committed, knowing that consistent action leads to eventual success. Faith and persistence also help individuals overcome fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, and fear of judgment are some of the biggest obstacles to success. These fears can prevent people from taking action, keeping them trapped in inaction. However, those who have faith in themselves and their goals do not allow fear to control them. They take action despite their fears, knowing that courage is developed through persistence. Persistence also requires resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks and keep moving forward. Life is unpredictable, and challenges will always arise. Those who lack resilience allow difficulties to break their spirit. But those who persist understand that every setback is temporary. They refuse to let disappointments define them. Instead, they use challenges as fuel to keep pushing forward. One of the greatest examples of faith and persistence can be seen in athletes. Professional athletes spend years training, enduring grueling practice sessions, and pushing their bodies to the limit. They face injuries, defeats, and moments of extreme doubt. Yet they continue to train, knowing that their efforts will eventually lead to success. They believe in their abilities, and their persistence allows them to achieve greatness. The same principle applies to any area of life, whether in business, career, or personal growth. Success is reserved for those who refuse to quit. Faith and persistence also separate those who dream from those who achieve. Many people have dreams, but few are willing to put in the work required to make those dreams a reality. They start with enthusiasm, but when challenges arise, they stop. Those who succeed are the ones who keep going even when it is difficult. They do not let temporary struggles deter them. They stay committed to their vision and take action every day, no matter how small the progress may seem. Another important aspect of faith and persistence is adaptability. Persistence does not mean repeating the same mistakes over and over. It means being willing to adjust and improve along the way. Those who succeed are not rigid in their approach. They learn from failures and make necessary changes. They remain persistent in their pursuit of success, but they are flexible in their methods. They understand that obstacles are not roadblocks, but opportunities to refine their strategy. Faith and persistence also help individuals maintain a positive attitude. It is easy to become negative when things are not going well. Many people give in to doubt, frustration, and discouragement when faced with difficulties. However, those who have faith and persistence remain optimistic. They focus on solutions instead of problems. They maintain a strong belief that things will work out, even in challenging times. Ultimately, faith and persistence create a mindset that guarantees success. They allow individuals to stay focused on their goals, overcome difficulties, and continue progressing even when results are not immediate. Those who develop these qualities become unstoppable. They do not let temporary failures define them. They keep moving forward, knowing that success is inevitable for those who refuse to quit. Success is not determined by talent alone, nor is it reserved for those who start with advantages. It belongs to those who have faith in themselves and persist through every challenge. Those who succeed are not necessarily the smartest, the strongest, or the most privileged. They are the ones who never give up. They understand that every setback is temporary and that as long as they keep going, they will eventually reach their goals. Faith and persistence are the keys to turning dreams into reality. Without them, even the best plans will fail, but with them, anything is possible. Those who believe in themselves and refuse to quit will always find a way to succeed. No matter how difficult the journey may be, faith and persistence will always lead to victory. The road to success is not easy, but for those who keep going, the rewards are limitless.